And hello, everyone. Happy Thursday to you all. And thank you for joining us on our
Recording in progress.
G- that
It's
voice,
like
man.
I time it.
That
It's like
voice.
I time it
Recording in
every single time.
progress. You're all going to die down here. How's everybody doing? Let me know in the chat. Who's here? Who's not here? That's, let me know. Good to see everybody. Welcome back to Kill Bargle, a fun, very combat light, not difficult at all, basic D&D adventure from the early 80s. My name is Wally DM, and I am going to be your DM for the evening, I think. This is part 4. We're going to be picking up where we left off last time. Mr. Welch will be joining us at some point, but for now, he's replaced with the Scooby-Doo gang. So in the red box will be the Scooby-Doo gang, all 5 of them in the Mystery Machine. And with that in mind, we'll go ahead and move over to the yellow box. And we have Fred from How to RPG.
Hi, I'm Fred Weller from How to RPG, which is where you learn how to fire a rocket-propelled launcher rather than tabletop role-playing games. It is my new bent. I've decided that there's no money to be made in tabletop role-playing games, but weapons of war are much more lucrative. So thank you for having me here.
The government's like starting to watch us now. We just went up like by 100 viewers. In the blue square, we have AJ.
Hello. Yes, we are actually very good at making weapons and stuff. New Zealand's got one of the few space launch platforms which is currently operating, over here. So we're definitely a target for all sorts of. Anyway, yes, I've got a YouTube channel. I specialize in D&D lore, particularly the Forgotten Realms. Very comprehensive lore videos on all sorts of stuff. Dragons a specialty. So check those out.
Fantastic. And in the purple square, we've got Ryan.
Hey, I'm Ryan. I also make explosive-based YouTube videos. I just wrote a book about explosions that came out earlier this week. So yeah, come check out the explosions.
Nice. And in the orange square, we've got Phil.
Hey, Phil Kearney here. All my tags are at Phil Kearney, so just like it's spelled there. I make role-playing games. I illustrate them. I publish them online. I stream 10 times a week. Swing by.
Holy cow, 10 times a week?
Monday through Friday in the morning, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays at lunchtime, Mondays and Thursdays at night, including after tonight. I'll be making Spelljammer ship decks.
Holy smokes, man.
That just makes me look like a novice piece of shit in comparison.
I can assure you there is no money in role-playing. It is purely a passion project that I will die doing.
I stream once every 2 weeks. Let's dive in. So part 4 of our game, we still find ourselves in Castle Mistamere. This is now on the second level of the dungeon. And for those of you not familiar, in the original Red Box D&D Dungeon Master rulebook, you can find the entire first level of Castle Mistamere. Yes, that right there. AJ's got it. Very good. And you can run this at home. But the second and third levels of this dungeon were not printed in that book, but they were printed later, and I'm sure someone can correct me where I'm wrong, because I probably am, but they were printed later in a series called Kill Bargle, and that was in a Dungeon or a Dragon magazine. Since then, I have joined a couple of BECMI groups on Facebook, and someone has converted the level 2 and 3 to a very nice PDF. So if you are on the Facebooks and you're able to join one of those 2 BECMI groups, I forget which one it is, and then search that out, I believe it's a post from 2023, you're going to find a very nice PDF that is what I am using today, which is going to fill in dungeon levels 2 and 3. Now, we just recently got to level 2 in our last episode, and unfortunately we did have a few character deaths. The first one being our beloved kobold by the name of Oddmouth. And Oddmouth was heroically leading the characters through the dungeon at the end of a rope held by his good friend Sushi. And the entire room ended up being a trap. Now, Oddmouth fell to his death, and then soon later, as Sushi went down to acquire his things, on the way back up, slipped and fell on a spike. And that was our character death for the episode. But now we have a few more characters, a few more players too. And there were a few different items that were a bit mysterious, if I recall. We had a faded stone. I believe that's something that coffee has.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm guarding it with my life, my lucky rock.
And then someone grabbed, was it like a stone torch with like a 5-foot light? So
I also ended up with that. I think you handed
petrified,
it to me.
petrified torch. I picked it up, but yet that's now in your hands.
Okay.
You can have it back if you want.
Okay. So you have all the good stuff. And then finally, I think the last thing might have been a rusty key, but I can't recall for sure.
It was a skeleton key because
That's right.
I'm looking at my notes, and
Skeleton key.
apparently
Thank you
I
very
did
much.
take notes.
Okay, very good. And for those of us that are watching and playing along at home, we are in dungeon location 44. Now, as you can see on the screen, I have circled the areas that we have already been to in red circles. And when we last left our heroes, they were in room 44. We had just killed some giant rats, and our cliffhanger that was asked for as we ended the game was there is a crystal statue that has a bag over its head that had followed you into the corridor. Now from
Not
here,
good.
not good at all. Not good. Weeping angel like, if I do say so. So this is where I'm going to turn this over. Nacho Man says, watch out for Wally's skeleton key. That is probably a good idea. I'm going to turn it over to your party. You are in room 44. You've just killed some giant rats. I believe one of you have just encountered the Weeping Angel Bargle crystal statue with a bag on its head. And what would we like to do?
Where did I'm sorry, I'm new here. The statue came in, what, from 46?
From 46. That is correct.
It just seemed logical because are these 10-foot squares or 5-foot?
Yes.
All right, I shan't be concerned about it. You know, I have a 10-foot pole. We could get like way back away from that statue, and I could lift up the bag off of its head.
I put the bag on the head.
Why did you do that?
I put the bag on the head because I thought it would be able to see what we were up to. So if I put a bag on it, but then it moved. It just followed us anyway. It's like the bag didn't work, and now it's freaking me out. I'm gonna sort of signal huddle with my hands and whisper. Okay. I think we need to destroy the thing. I think he can see us. All he knows is here because the bag didn't stop it from figuring out where to go. It knew exactly where we are.
From Marshall, just pat you on the shoulder like, yeah. go back to concentrating on his spells.
The statue
Maybe
joins you in the middle.
How fast does the statue move? Is it like really ponderously slow, or is it a threat?
It was so fast that nobody's seen it. It seemed to have moved when nobody was paying attention.
How many people have shields?
A magical shield?
No, just shields. I'm wondering, or maybe furniture. We can maybe like use it like as a mobile base. If it's so slow that it can't hurt us, but it's fast enough to be able to move, maybe we can use it as a floating flotilla through the dungeon. We can like bait it out somehow. Like, I wonder if it responds to light, maybe like that torch that the stone torch. Maybe if we like put it at the end of a pole and then like let it, maybe we could have it like lead in front of us with like power shield, so we can have like a flanking wall that's advancing through the dungeon with us, so we can lead around. I don't know what it responds to yet. It doesn't seem like any of us do. So I don't know. I'm just kind of fucking around to find out.
Lots of good ideas. Yeah, we could tether a rope to it and use it like some sort of a rudimentary pulley
Trap
system.
springer. Giant
Yeah.
stone trap. We can just throw it down the hole. And when it breaks, it's not a problem. But until it breaks, it can just pop all the traps for us. We could easily throw that thing, right? It only weighs like, what, 2,000 pounds maybe?
Mm.
We're assuming that we can actually control it, though, right? Because
That's.
I feel like it's just following us.
But we don't know why it's following us. Maybe it has infravision and it's picking up our heat. It could be pure light off of the petrified torch that we're carrying. It could be the essence of innocence, in which case it doesn't see me at all. So we don't really know why like how it knows to follow us, unless it's like being guided with a joystick and a scribble somewhere by Bargle the Bad.
Is it actually moving it while we're looking at it, Wally, or is it only moving when we're not looking at it?
It is only moving when you are not looking at it. In fact, since you are keen to its new location, it hasn't moved at all. It's just standing there with the bag on its head.
Oh,
Okay, let's go back to back. So one of us is always facing the thing, and the other person is directing where we're. And let's make a withdrawal from the room, and then we'll close our eyes when we say go and allow it to follow us.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's do that. Yes, I'm for
I'll
that.
keep my shield up, and I'm the one. I'll be willing to face the statue.
Well, I've got a shield too, so I will face the statue as well.
Okay.
Very
Alright.
good.
So tell me
Okay.
who's facing the statue and who's facing away. Okay, facing
Facing the
statue, raise a hand.
Fred and Phil.
Okay, not facing is AJ and Ryan. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, so you are in room 44. The statue is currently staying in the hall. And you are back to back.
Yes, we go south. So we can't go. We're not going to the statue. So
Yeah.
Yeah. These
I
are
think we're
10
going
we'll,
away from the
we'll make it 10 foot 10 foot squares.
Okay.
Are we doing 5 turns and then take a break on the 6th?
That's a little too in depth for me. We're going balls to the wall.
Well,
Ooh,
okay.
that's
So
better.
we're
Door.
going around the bend, right?
What's that?
I say we go left because it just ain't right.
I thought the idea was that we were going to move as far away from it as we possibly can, and then close our eyes, and then open our eyes and see where it was.
Well, yeah. If we go down and open the door and
Yeah.
step through, you'll still have eyes on it,
Yeah.
and then you can close your eyes and figure out how much movement it's got by this long passage here.
Okay. All right. So we're opening the door.
Okay.
The
Hopefully.
little guy and the wizard are in the front. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
For once, we're leading.
As we're traveling south, is there at any point where Bytor and Nutmeg are shutting their eyes, or are you guys keeping your eyes on it for now?
No, no eyes are on it at this present time, right?
Yep.
Same, unless there's some sort of horrible tragic event that would force me to look away, I
Okay.
will keep eyes on.
All right. Very good. Yeah. So you make it down to this location, right here, and as you're scuttling backwards, arriving at this intersection, you hear the sound of kobolds coming from the east. It
From
sounds-
71. Okay. How far?
They are over in 71 that you can see on the map. And in fact, as you maybe pause for a second at this intersection, you have surprised them. They are not paying attention. And you can see like a couple of them fighting over like a femur or something, fighting over a bone.
A femur. Okay.
Well, I feel like a
Uh,
plan is coming apart very quickly.
I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
What's a plan? That's what happens.
Phantasmal Force.
Oh.
It's a second level spell.
All right.
Range is 240 feet, so I think I'm within range.
Yeah. Yeah. Even with 10 foot
Covers
squares.
covers a 20 by 20 area. I have to concentrate on it though, so I won't be able to move away from the intersection. So
Okay.
yeah, I need to look at it.
And what is the effect of this spell, this phantasmal force? What's gonna
Creates
happen?
or changes the appearance within the affected area. The magic user should create the illusion of something he or she has seen. If not, the DM will give a bonus to saving throws against the spell's effect. What's the most monstrous thing I've seen, Wally?
Um,
Zombies?
Dude,
Most monsters
dude,
thing-
use the statue to see if they freak out over the statue moving or not.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Oh.
We
idea.
do know we know they obey Bargle.
I'll have two
Wait.
statues.
yeah,
two
that you do.
statues.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, you are
Okay.
familiar. You do believe that the kobolds are under Bargle's employment.
If the spell is used to create a monster, it will be AC 9 and will disappear when hit. If the spell is used to attack as an attack, a phantasmal magic missile, collapsing wall, etc. So yeah, I'm gonna manifest this as a armor class 9 pair of statues who are inexorably walking towards the kobolds.
Okay. Does anyone speak kobold? That's okay. They'll say it in common. Oh shit. You hear one of them scream out, "The creepy statue's back!" You did say statue, right? Or is it
Statues.
Yeah, statues. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Yes. So as your illusion makes its way into that room, you can see just darting back and forth some panicked kobolds. One of them has a shield and a spear and is shaking, staring straight at them, while the other three are gathering their things. So you would know that there's about 4 kobolds in this room. As our magic users heroically putting this phantasmal forces spell down the hallway, the other 3 of you, are you going to continue, or do you wish to stay and watch the show?
Ooh. Thinking about opening the door.
The statue still hasn't moved from room 44 yet. Is that true?
Hold on. First, what Ryan? What'd you say first, Ryan?
Well, I'm saying I'm thinking about opening the door to 40, but Phil's question is pertinent.
Okay.
The statue hasn't moved.
Unless you, as long as the 2 of you are still looking up towards the north, you do not see a statue that's moving. No.
Pay no attention to the magic I'm casting.
I looked at the light, Ray.
Not look into the magical trap.
I'm
If
gonna open the door to 40.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
yeah.
All right. So the 3 of you are going to continue south.
Seems like it.
Okay. All right. Is it Eclair or Eclair? Eclair. I forget.
Eclair.
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 Eclair. All right. So Eclair, the rest of your party continues on without you.
Of course.
Which is 10 feet to the door. Who is opening that?
Coffee will open the door.
All right. Coffee. Very good. So you're going to open the door to 40, and I will rotate our map up. You will see a 30-foot by 30-foot room. There's another door to the south, and there's an open passageway to the east.
Okay. So look, there's got to be a point where we actually stop looking at that statue, because even if we go into 40, are we going to open the next door and go south and continue on even further? Because remember, we've got one person who's stuck in the hallway with phantasmal force.
Here's my thought about this, because AJ can't actually be looking at the statue while he's focusing on the illusions of the statue.
Correct.
So we've got the door open. AJ could bail on the spell and close the door behind us. We could theoretically then, the statue might actually move into position in the hallway, replacing where AJ was at, securing us from being pursued by the kobolds. But we don't know if the thing can just magically go through the doors or like appear in a room with us, right? Because it just kind of creeps in. But I'm thinking if we close a door, it'll help block passage to 71, so we'll be free to explore the rest of this area. Otherwise, I mean, we're gonna get trapped anyway as soon as we look away. It's gonna hit that where AJ's at, and he's either going to get killed or he's going to retreat with the rest of us back to 40. We close the door and hope that it doesn't walk through doors.
All right, so
That'll
we
block the kobolds, and it'll allow us to freely move, hopefully without the statue chasing us. Does that make sense?
so we're going into 40, and Eclair's going to follow us,
Okay.
and then we're going to close the door. Is that
Okay.
what we're doing? All right, let's
Yes.
try this.
All right.
Put a door between us and the statue,
That sounds good.
with all of us on the correct side of the door.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're able to do that with no problem. I'm assuming at the last minute. Do you guys get in the door? Do you keep staring down the hallway before Eclair gets there, or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We keep looking down, and we don't stop
Okay.
looking until we close the door.
Okay, very good. Yeah, Eclair, you're able to retreat with your friends, and all of you are able to get into 40. Are we slamming that door shut? Are we clicking it shut?
I think we should like slowly close
Yeah.
it so we can
Okay.
keep an eye on the statue to the very last second.
Okay, it is done.
I'll
Welcome.
dive into the room like I'm going for a baseball mound, sliding in first.
Fantastic. All right, so we have distracted the kobolds, and everyone is now safe in room 40. Now, I'm going to take us back a few sessions ago, because in room 40 we can look to the east, and there's some stairs that go upwards, and there are a couple of dead kobolds lying on these stairs. So these are kobolds that you previously fought on the first level of the dungeon. Now, you never came all the way down the stairs, so I have a little bit of read aloud text that I'd like to read to you from me to you. And that is that standing along one wall of this room is an ancient stone statue, and it's covered in dust and cobwebs. Although its features are crumbling, it clearly depicts a powerful-looking human wizard, his arms held forward as if cradling a precious gift like this. And it does smell of dead kobold.
The wizard depicted in this statue looks different than the crystal statue that is chasing us down this hallway.
Correct. And since you do have a magic user with you, Eclair, you would recognize this this magic user. It looks like a statue of Geiger. Geiger was a famous magic user that lived in Castle Mistamere long before it became ruins.
Original owner, I believe. Geiger.
Does the
I've-
statue smell like dead kobolds, or does it just smell like dead kobolds?
It just smells like dead kobolds.
Pointing at the dead kobolds on the ground.
Yeah. There's like one on the stairs with like its arm tucked under its back. And
Boy, they bloat fast, don't they?
yeah.
Fair.
I'll tell you what, I don't like the fact there's so many statues, and I feel like we're. I suggest Bytor, I reckon you should poke it with a 10-foot pole.
I don't disagree.
Assuming that, I'll try pushing on the hands to see whether it rotates like this way or that way.
They do not rotate. But as you guys get closer, you do see an inscription at the base of the statue that says, "The orb is the key."
The orb is the key.
Have you
Something.
just integrated one of your puzzles?
No, this is
Okay, just checking.
No.
Okay, all right, because I felt like
Sounds like he wants to hold an orb.
no Wally puzzles.
No, this is all original bullshit.
yeah,
Fred.
this is yeah.
Vintage.
This is where I get all my inspiration from in the early days. Beware dog.
We haven't come across an orb yet, have we?
You have not.
I take out my lucky rock
Okay.
and
I'll put your lucky rock in there.
I place it in the wizard's hands.
Okay.
I step back expectantly.
Okay.
We all know how big of an orb is.
I'm
pretty right.
half size though, so it seemed pretty big to me. Okay, I take
Right.
my rock back.
A halfling orb.
When you set the rock down, you realize that hearing those kobolds earlier, you were able to understand a few of the words.
All right.
Because this is Grandma's rock, right? Didn't we discuss this? This is
This is from the time capsule.
yeah. This is from the time capsule.
Jeez, I'm gonna become a were-kobold by the end of this. I take it back and I go and I polish it on my shirt
Yeah.
and put it back in my pocket.
Yeah.
Great idea for
Yeah.
a video. Weird.
And now you're starting to think in kobold again.
Get bitten by a dragon, you turn into a were kobold. How disappointing.
Oh,
Well, these
that's gonna
are old school. These are dog kobolds. They're it's like
Yeah.
it's like rabies.
Yaffy
Does that
kobolds.
mean that all kobolds are just rabid were dragon halflings?
The transformation has begun.
They're very good miners, which you just they have a very poor safety record.
So what are we doing at this point? Because we obviously don't want to go back. So we've got to
Yeah, open up the door to see whether the statue's there.
Who is opening the door?
No, I'm just saying. Do you want to do that?
No, I
No.
really don't.
No.
No. So we've got another door, and we've got the stairs. I'm all for trying the door.
Let's do the door then.
Okay.
I'm excited that we have an escape route that doesn't require us to go through the statue in the hallway. That is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Phil, since you're new here, I'll just mention that there are no safe routes. They all lead to death.
Yeah.
And
On our
treasure.
maps, for those mapping
And
it at
treasure.
home, just put a little skull and crossbones on the other side of that door,
Yeah. And treasure.
and the caption "certain death."
Okay.
So who's opening the door
Yeah, who is opening the door?
to the
I will
south?
open the door.
What? Yeah. Who's going to check the door?
Check the door.
I cannot check doors. I can only open them.
Well,
Well, I can check a door. I mean, I'm
go
a
for it.
wizard. It's
You
a door.
would.
What sort of door is it?
The deadly kind.
We'll just say it's a very heavy wooden door.
Okay. I will try the handle.
It turns.
Great. Is it locked?
It is not.
I'll open the door.
Okay. All right.
One job.
I would just like to remind everybody who's watching this that none of the things that we do in this game that we're playing is what you should be doing. The wizard should not be checking the door.
No.
And you should not have the frontliners who have the best armor and shields in the back, and the rest of them leading in the front. And you shouldn't allow things to come from 3 different directions potentially as you're exploring.
It's a big room. Big's bad, right?
Yeah.
Big is bad, yes.
Yeah.
But before we continue, I do want to say to everyone in chat, thank you very much for watching us. I won't be able to reply to anything because my setup is all janked up this week, but I can see it on my phone. So thank you guys for the comments. I appreciate it. And with that, we are going to enter room 41. In this room, 4 stone pillars support a vaulted ceiling. Thick sheets of cobwebs and dust hang from them to obscure the far side of the room. A faint crunching noise can be heard, echoing in the gloom. You can barely make out over in this corner a door, but like right in the middle where that 41 is, that's where you see all of these cobwebs and you hear this loud crunching sound from the other side.
Okay.
It's a giant spider eating potato chips.
Yeah.
But
When
what
I get a
kind of
chance, I'm going to
potatoes?
take out one of my 2 flasks of oil, and I'm going to throw the flask of oil basically onto the square that says 41.
Okay.
I've got a flask of oil, but the last time I tried throwing one of these things to actually get it to break open it and hit the thing that I wanted, it did not really work.
Well,
So-
there's your problem. You were throwing it at something. I'm just throwing it at the ground. You can't miss the ground.
Right, well, I suppose that's true. I would like to throw my oil flask at the area where the webs are, the ground where the webs are.
Okay. This is like
Ignition.
new beer territory here because. Okay, so we have both of you throwing an oil flask. One at the spot where it's 41, and Fred, where you're describing is basically about the same place.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
Okay, so if that's the case, I just want to move it just slightly over so that it's getting more of the area, particularly where the webbing is.
Okay. All right. So oil splatters on the ground. And with that, you hear the crunching stop, and you hear, and coming through these cobwebs are two ghouls.
Oh.
That's good. I thought it was an asthmatic ogre.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. My ghoul sounds are totally off. I should really have a soundboard because that was terrible. If I were to do a do-over, it would be the ghoul grunts in this, and I don't even know how I do it, but it would be different. So
I take up my cross.
Brains?
Turn undead.
so
Turn undead.
let's enter combat. I'm going to roll a 6-sided die. AJ, if you would join me in the rolling of the 6-sided die, that's going to determine initiative for us.
4.
4 is better than what I rolled, so you guys have the initiative. Now, you can see these ghouls coming through the spider webs. Who would like to move up to the ghouls?
I will. I'll front line.
Okay. All right, so this is our movement phase of combat. Is anyone else moving?
Fred, you're muted.
No, he's not.
It helps. It helps if you're not muted.
Oh, were you? You were muted.
I was muted. I
I thought
muted
you were
myself.
joking. Right on.
Yeah, no. Okay, so are they moving into the area where the oil is and
Yeah, they're right there right now. Every day.
and Bytor is right there right now as well,
Yeah, Bytor is going to be moving up to them, yes.
which is where the
am I
oil
going to be
is.
occupying space with both them and the oil? Because
I'm going to put you on the edge of it because this is such a great plan that you're going to be there. The oil,
They'll stop to attack me. I'll get killed, and then they'll burn. It'll be great.
Yes. I am a I want to say graceful. Is it a graceful DM? That sounds like I'm dancing or
Merciful?
something. No, I'm gonna go with graceful.
Gracious.
I don't know what I am.
Gratuitous?
Gratuitous.
Thirsty was what I was looking for.
It's a different
Thirsty
stream.
tweak and twerking DM. Can I just ask?
Yeah.
Is moving picking up, say, like a lantern, because they'll have to put the lantern down to actually throw the flask.
You can do whatever you'd like with the lantern. I don't care if you want.
I would like to move up with the lantern
Okay.
just beside Bytor, but just
Okay.
out of the space where the oil is with my lantern.
All right. So do you want to be in melee range? I guess that's the question.
Well, I guess I'm in melee range with the oil.
Okay.
puddle.
All right. And then Coffee and Eclair, the two of you staying back.
Yeah,
Okay.
bow and arrow at the
Okay.
ready.
All right, so we're going to move into the next phase of combat, which is our ranged combat. So for those of you that are shooting ranged weapons, roll a d20 and tell me the armor class that you would hit.
Versus broken. I hit a 2.
Armor class 2. That's going to be good. Roll your damage.
Oh, curse is not broken. 1.
No, damage. 1. Gotcha.
What?
Yeah. You graze the school. I mean, you hit it in the ear, little head turn, but not much. Eclair, anything from you, ranged wise or magic?
No.
Okay. I always forget, where do I put turning at? I think I put turning. I don't
It would
remember.
be magic, wouldn't it?
It's last,
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
is it a spell?
Yeah, actually, I think I do it first to see if you can turn them. So with that being said, Nutmeg, do you want to try to turn undead?
Sure, that
Okay.
would be fun. What?
Roll your dice.
2 6-sided dice,
Two
right?
6-sided dice, correct. What's your target for everybody that's watching? What's your number you need to get for ghouls?
Oh, okay. For if it's a ghoul, my ghoulish friends, I need to get a 9
9
or higher. I know.
9 or higher on 2 6-sided dice. Okay.
Fuck that. You got a 4.
Okay.
4.
A 4 in the grand scheme of things is pretty close, but it's not going to be good enough. All right. Okay, so that is our bow and arrow. That is our cleric trying to turn undead. That's going to bring us to melee combat. That's you, Bytor. That's your frontline guy.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I will. I assume they're both within striking range, or was only one?
You can strike whichever one you want. Yeah, they're both right there. Yes.
Okay. Then I will just go ahead and attack one.
All right.
My result is a. Let's see. I had an armor class of 8 with 7 points of damage that goes through.
Okay. Unfortunately, an armor class of 8 is not going to be good enough. We play by the descending armor class, and their armor class is going to be 6. So you guys want to hit target armor class of 6.
Sad. Very, very sad.
It is very, very sad.
I wait my death.
Yeah. Eclair, was there anything that you were doing, or are you kind of standing back at the moment, hoping things would just go away?
I'm spending this action lighting a torch.
Okay. All right. If you would like, I would give you this opportunity to toss your torch into the oil. And if you want to do that...
Okay, as long as number 41 is where ghouls are and not currently a party member, I will set it on fire.
Yes, all right. So just make a D20 roll to see if you...
I hit armor class 3.
Oh, yeah, that's plenty. Yep, you strike the oil, and if you don't mind, roll me 2 4-sided dice.
Woohoo! Burn, Babylon.
That's 3 points of damage.
Okay, the ghouls both take 3 points of fire damage.
Right, the little dads.
Yes. Now it's their turn. Baitor, you're right there. So one of them is going to attempt to attack you. Now
AC
ghouls...
2.
Okay, very good. Ghouls get 2 claws and a bite. So that means I get to roll 3 dice. They are a 2-hit dice monster, which is going to put them at... The highest they're going to hit is an armor class of 5, which I believe is going to miss you.
Yay!
The second ghoul is going to come out and attack one of the 3 of you. So that is going to be a 1. And they're going to come after you, Coffee. And you just watch as this ghoul just starts stammering towards you. It closes the gap. And the highest that I'm going to roll on that, which is not very good, is going to be an armor class of 5.
Rocking a 2.
All right.
Shield.
That'll be our ghouls. And now, AJ, if you don't mind, you and I, we're going to roll for initiative again.
Right. 4. Again.
All right. 4 is good enough. I rolled a 2. So would anyone like to move? We now have 2 ghouls. One is in melee with Coffee, and one is in melee with Baitor. And
I will move up with my dagger now that I no longer have any spells left.
Okay.
I'm going to reposition myself to the other side of the ghoul, just to stay out of line of fire if there is any.
Okay. But still in melee?
Yes.
Okay.
Question, is the one of the ghouls has stepped out of the flaming oil patch, right? And
Yes.
the other one hasn't.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to stay on the one that is in the flaming fire patch.
Okay.
I think I already said I put down my lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So I will just pull out my mace ready to whack it when it's time.
Okay.
So with this thing, we're going around in a circle. I feel like we're leading ourselves into more trouble in this location. Does anybody like? I would have. Why did we not just smash the bloody statue in the first place? We should have, when we found it, we should have just smashed it. Be done with it.
No regrets.
I mean, it's right behind that door. If you want to fight it, we can go fight it.
No,
I'm not.
no.
I'm
We
not.
should
convinced
open it
we
up so we
could
can fight
smash
it and the ghouls.
Yeah.
Well, we were leading ourselves. We had it behind us. Then we had the kobolds at one point, and we're moving into a new area. I'm like, oh my gosh, are we really going to keep doing that? But apparently, it didn't go badly for us yet.
Statues can't open doors. Everybody knows that. We're good.
Of course they don't. They don't walk. They don't move. Statues don't do any of that sort of thing.
Let me catch you up to speed here, Mr. Welch. We spent the first 30 minutes messing around with this statue, the Weeping Angel type statue. And then the last 5 minutes we've been engaged with 2 ghouls here in room 41.
I did follow while I was taking care of some
Oh, right on.
some errands at the last second.
Highly effective team.
And now to bring us back into it, I believe we're on you guys' initiative. And Toothsome Biscuit, you are going to magically appear. Perhaps you walked by the Weeping Angel statue that is just outside the door of room 40 and into room 41. Excuse me. Oh, you're making this hard. But you're a dwarf, so you're able to squeeze right by it. So I will just have you join your friends.
Sorry I'm late, everybody. The biggest problem with gnome sex is having to make the saving throw for half damage.
Where were we
I
as far
understood
as
that.
our
It's canon. He said it. It's canon.
gnome sex, half damage? Does that go in your list of things you've said? Because
Not unless everybody votes it down.
I'm not voting that down. That's pretty clever.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Well, we've done a lot of moving around, hadn't we? And
Yes.
we're waiting for the next step.
We're gonna
Okay.
smack these ghouls. That's
Coffee, are you moving? You're moving away from the one that engaged with you. I take it, right? With your bow, you don't want to be right there in melee.
I'll take a step back so I can get back into range. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so that's going to take us to missile fire. So for those of you that would like to shoot a bow or things of that nature, go ahead and roll your dice.
I missed. I got spooked.
Okay. Yep. I don't blame you. Anyone with magic? I'm trying to remember how we did turning undead. Fred, was that
So if I fail,
yeah.
and I did, I can't attempt again.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
We were having this discussion a while back.
Yeah. I was just
So-
quizzing you. I was just making sure that we were on the same page.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I have Shadow Dark floating through my head, so trying to remember that and the BECMI rules. No confusion whatsoever.
Combine them. That's what I
So
do.
many systems.
Mix them
So
together.
many systems.
So that'll do it for turning undead. What about magic? Anyone casting any spells? I don't think so. That's going to take us to melee combat. So we're going to bring Toothsome Biscuit into this. We have 2 ghouls. One is open. The other one is standing in fire. AJ, why don't you go ahead and roll a D4? This one's still standing in fire. He hasn't gotten out yet.
The fool.
4, very good. Still alive, but
no,
now
no.
he's... Oh,
Sorry, I said the fool. He takes 1 point of damage.
oh, the fool. Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Toothsome Biscuits and Bytor, you're a 2 melee person, and Eclair with the dagger. Go ahead and make your attacks.
All right.
Shit.
AC 6.
Armor class
An
is 6.
18 should hit.
All right.
Where's my D8? There's my D8.
8 with a D8.
4. 5 points of damage.
Oh, very good. All right.
On average.
The ghoul that you're attacking is the one that tried to close the gap between itself and the halfling coffee. Bytor, how did you do?
My results are 16, which is sufficient to hit the armor class. I would hit an armor class 3. I know that's good enough.
Sweet. Roll me some
And
damage.
6 damage.
6. All right. Yeah. So both of these ghouls are definitely have taken some damage, but they are both still up, and they're going to take their turn. The one that is in the fire, that is in melee combat with you, Bytor, is going to circle you and get out of that fire.
Ah. Go right ahead.
It does, and it tells you thank you for your hospitality on that. But it does roll.
Talking back at me.
They do get 3 attacks. The highest I'm going to roll is an armor class of 6, which I believe is going to miss you with your armor class of 2.
AC 2 equals
Yes.
nope.
The second ghoul is going to welcome Toothsome Biscuit to the arena. That is going to be 2 claws and a bite, and the highest I'm going to roll. My dice are rolling very low, which is going to be an armor class of 6, which I believe misses our dwarf friend.
Weight and shield.
All right. Let's go with the roll for initiative. You and I, AJ. I'm rolling a 4 this time.
4-2.
All right. Simultaneous action. So that means anyone that wants to move, you can do that now. Otherwise, we will move into missile fire.
I'm already right up next to one of these things anyway, so don't need to move.
All right. Missile fire.
Miss.
All right. Magic or turning. All right.
I can't turn, remember.
Yeah.
I can't turn again.
I'm just trying to say it so that it embeds in my.
Never mind.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do melee combat.
I hit armor class 14.
Armor class.
Oh, sorry, armor class 5. Sorry.
Armor class 5 is good.
I'll also hit armor class 5.
Nice. All right.
I hit armor class 0 with my mace.
Okay.
19.
Swing and a miss.
And
all right. Give me your
2
damages.
2 bludgeoning.
2 bludgeoning.
4 points damage with the dagger, silver dagger.
Woo. All right. And what about 2?
7 points with the battle axe.
Okay. So here's one of the fun things about BECMI is
Yep.
is you have killed the ghouls. Congratulations. But since this is simultaneous action, they still get their attacks. And the first one I rolled, this one is against Toots and Biscuit. 2 of those attacks are going to miss, but I did roll a 17, which is going to hit an armor class 0, and that is going to be on the bite.
Okay.
2 points of bite damage from a ghoul.
Shit.
Okay.
The second ghoul is attacking Bytor. That is going to be a few hits, unfortunately. I rolled a 20, a 17, and a 6. Or a 20, a 17, and a 16. The 16 being the lowest is going to hit armor class 2.
It was all 3.
Claw bite. Claw bite.
Yeah, so that's going to be 5.
So
It's 7 points of damage
total, or just on the first hit?
total. Ghouls do 1, 2, or 3 damage. And I did forget, for those of you that were damaged by ghoul, I need you to make a saving throw versus paralysis.
Is that with the bite or just the claws?
From the claws. That's right. Thank you.
New monster idea. Get bitten by a ghoul, turn into werecorpse. Light of the full moon, you just drop dead for 12 hours.
So that would just be Bytor that's making the paralysis save.
Yeah.
If you're
And I'm rolling above. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I failed.
You failed. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. This was more or less just formalities because the 2 ghouls die, but you are paralyzed from that 7 points and hit. So you are standing there after the combat has ended, just a little bit of foam coming out of the mouth there. That is.
So is he like standing there, or is he
Yes.
like falling down quadriplegic paralyzed?
We're gonna say standing there, because I saw him standing there. Yeah.
Okay, I searched the room. I searched the room.
Yes.
I searched the room.
Yes. So as the cobwebs clear away from this fire, you are able to see what the ghouls were munching on, and you see the remains of a half-eaten kobold.
Phew.
Yes. But
So there's still meat on the bone.
there is, and you can see it twitch every once in a while, and it's not alive. It's just like a nerve that got exposed, but it just, gives a little twitch. But all in all, you are able to search the room, and you do find a silk bag that has 30 gold pieces and a silver pen.
Silver pen, 30 gold pieces.
Looks very valuable. And in
Good.
fact,
No.
I'll just go ahead and tell you that's 50 gold pieces.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What?
It's a silver
50
pen
gold
that's
piece
worth
pen?
50 gold pieces, yes.
Oh.
If we were playing in a
Holy
cow.
campaign,
Need-
I'd make you go and get it, all
Is
that
it a
stuff.
pen that you write with, or a pen that you stick people with?
It's a stick people type of a silver pen.
Okay.
It looks like maybe a kobold fraternity of some sort. It's got it's got like
So
a
somebody-
couple of Greek letters and stuff on it.
Pen.
I'll take the pin, and it's come to my attention, gentlemen, that I am illegally using a +1 shield because I am a halfling, and it is not halfling sized. So who wants my magic shield?
That's my bag, baby.
It's yours.
You pass it off to the dwarf.
Yep. Okay.
All right, so
Armor
you got-
class 1.
And
So
I put
you
the pin on my
I'd
lapel.
fight you for it, but I'm paralyzed. So I mean, Victor spoils, etc.
Yeah.
so coffee, you got the silver pen.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
I put it on my.
You got it on? Okay. It's very valuable.
put
It
it
has
on
no
my-
magical effects, but it's very shiny.
I'll take your 10-foot pole and shove it down the back of your boot, and then lean you against it, and just basically just drag you like a litter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vitor, you're fully aware of what everything's happening right now, because you're starting to
course
come out of
I
this
am.
paralysis, and you're just watching yourself being.
Yeah, you just see the room go.
What we could do is get like some roller skates that we can clamp onto his boots and use him like a dolly.
There's a lot of stairs, unsecured stairs around here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, put me back in the hallway of the statue. Maybe I can build some rapport with it.
Oh, God.
You're gonna put some rapport with it, all right.
I speak statue now.
The statue's like, I've been paralyzed for weeks.
I just want
Oh my
some
god,
friends.
can I just magically follow these guys around like the statue can?
So speaking of hearing the statue, totally unrelated. Does anyone speak Kobold?
Words. Apparently.
No.
Morph?
I look at the
No?
dwarf.
Shites.
The answer is coffee. As long as you have that stone on you, you are starting to understand the Kobold language. And coming from the east, you hear a few Kobold words like "Get behind the table! I think they're coming," as if preparing for your arrival.
Kobold ambush, potential statue. They're ready for us. We could
Well-
pretend to be ghouls, or we could pretend to be. We do have a statue at our disposal. We know they're afraid of statues.
Are we really going to go into this room with our kobolds with one of our members
paint me
paralyzed?
look like a statue, and
Um,
then just like potter me in, so
We
they
don't-
think I'm.
We don't need to go into the room. We can just stand on either side of the doorway here, and if they come through, it's a nice bottleneck, and we can just take them out.
By the way,
We could like tramp really loudly and like pretend we're leaving, so they think we're going away.
Can we just make it like just get a bit of rag, a bit of cloth, shove it into one of the oil flasks, light it, and throw it into the room, and just burn them out. Let's just burn them out.
We're currently
oil
standing in a
flasks?
room full of oil.
Well, no, that's burnt away, right?
Probably
Yeah.
going to end badly.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
gone.
Yeah. I'm going to
Let's-
roll for wandering monsters while you guys discuss.
The amount of smoke in this room must be pretty extreme.
So I can speak Kobold, so
Yes.
negotiation is also on the table, or deception.
You can.
All right, you go for it. You go for a negotiation.
He's got Grandma's favorite rock.
I got a lucky rock, and now I got the pledge pin.
All right.
Yeah.
Putting it where it belongs.
Oh,
Whatever you
that's
say,
fine.
man.
yeah.
That's
Go
my
for
end
it.
game.
Convince
Yeah.
them you're from another chapter on the other side of the country, and ask if they'll host us with a meal.
How is he able to suggest this? He's paralyzed, isn't he?
My idea
My wandering monsters roll, I failed at that, so there are no wandering monsters. So at this time, Bytor, you are now unparalyzed.
Whew, thank you.
There
Man,
goes
I
my
told
idea
you
to have
that's-
him impersonate the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Okay,
Put a
Ryan.
cloak on him, set him on fire, and just push him in the room.
Right, go, coffee. Go.
Okay. Like the door, and I slowly open the door, and I say, "Brothers," in Kobold.
Okay.
Attempt to throw a dead kobold through the door. Brothers.
Brothers, we defeated the. Oh, sorry. I won't give any spoilers there. So you're going to enter room 42, and as you peek in, you see this large table that is overturned on its side, and when you say that in Kobold, brothers, and two of them look up over the table at you. Their interest is piqued.
We have killed the ghouls, and now I have this sweet pin.
Oh, Alpha Omega. as the first 2 Greek letters I could come up with. That,
That's very good. Very good. You go.
or we could go tri-lambs. Lambda, lambda, lambda. You know, for any of Revenge of the Nerds fans out there, I guess.
We have come with a special delivery for Bargle.
Oh, Bargle, he tells us what to do. Yes. Are you working for Bargle?
Yes, he told us to go find him as quickly as we could, but we thought we found him, but it was just a statue of him, and now we got very confused. Can you tell us the fastest route?
To get to Bargle?
Mm-hmm.
Back the way you came.
I was afraid of that. Okay, thank you, and I closed the door.
Okay. Bargle hires halflings now. You hear as it closes.
Before we
Do
go
we want to
back,
burn them alive, or do we want to go? I would like
It's
to.
a
I wanted to
pituitary
go downstairs last week. Let's go.
What's that, Mr. Welch?
I'm not a halfling. It's a pituitary problem.
I got the opposite problem.
okay. So are we going back? Are we going back? It sounds like we're going down those stairs.
I vote down. Ryan votes down. I don't know what Coffee would. Coffee's probably also trying to kill Bargle, right?
What?
No? Yes.
Any other votes?
I'm,
Any votes at all?
I say let's just go smash that statue and go down the stairs.
That was the stairs up, right? Or is there?
No,
There's stairs. There's stairs down where we found that statue right before.
Oh, at
right before you
46?
joined us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
We
makes
actually
sense.
there's 2. We know of 2 staircases going down, and we do know of 2 staircases going back up if we want to flee. But there's 2 ways down. The first one said don't use these stairs, as per Bargle's orders, and the other one had the statue on them.
Sounds like a trap. Okay.
So we're doing
Yeah,
it?
let's go smash the statue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
So we're going back into 41 and we're going north?
Yeah.
Okay.
I notch an arrow. I'm gonna
Um
shoot the statue in the face the second I see it, standing in that doorway.
okay.
That's
You
my
go into
lantern
40
and-
and there's a statue with its hands out. But there's nothing other than that.
Yeah, that's the Geiger statue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to open the next door, right? Because it hopefully is on the other side of that door, or not on the other side of that door, and somewhere else.
Yeah, Some Biscuit's seen it on his way through.
Yeah.
All right.
It's at that door to 40.
How about we all get behind the Geiger statue and we push it so hard it makes a battering ram at the door and crashes through the door, and then the statue can attack the statue.
Fight statues with statues.
Sure. Why not? It makes so much sense. Let's do that. Let's push the statue up against the door.
Okay.
Let's see if it
Statue
smashes.
It's hard to get enough force going to push this statue through the door.
Okay.
It's pretty
So
heavy.
even with what if all 5 of us do it?
We put out like our 10-foot poles as like little trolley wheels.
Be right back, guys.
All right.
Ancient Egypt style. Right, it was an idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we get past the statue? Because it's a 10-foot hall, right? Can we get
Yes.
through the door back
who
to
is-
44?
Who's going to open the door to 44? That's
I'll
always my
open it.
favorite question. You open it? All right, you open it, and
I still have all-
you are face to face with the statue with the bag over its head.
Okay.
I don't blink.
Don't blink. Oh,
Maybe
I'm just
move
gonna- what
past
did I hit?
move past the statue.
Okay.
come on! I'm just gonna smash it. Just smash the thing. But be done with it. Just smash the thing.
Let's
But
go.
just don't get any chips in my eyes.
Oh, look, that's it. Nice. Bang. It's probably gonna just shatter. Hopefully.
Okay.
It's getting dry. Moisturize me.
Would you guys like to?
Somebody spit in my face.
Would you guys like to smash this statue in the hallway?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. It's a 10-foot corridor, so 2 of you could crush this thing. Which 2 of you wish to do that?
Well, I have a mace.
Okay. So we've got.
I suggest we all move past it and get on the other side and then smash it. So we go to the stairs.
Okay. Very, very important. Who's going to be on the other side of it? So, who's going to wiggle past it and be on the side that's facing this way, facing towards 40, 4, or towards
As the
Mhm.
as the smallest member of the team, I think I
Okay.
could do that the most easy.
Okay.
Most easiest.
All right. So you're going to. I'm going to ping the map. So you're going to be in this area here, close to the corridor, intersecting corridor, and you're going to attack the statue here.
Okay.
Okay.
We just leave the statue alone. I mean, it's got an inscription on how to beat it, right? I heard that part while I was watching you guys.
That's the other statue. The
the other
Geiger.
statue.
Yeah.
He is the orb.
Oh, there's another statue.
Mhm. Yeah.
This
I'm
one's
Apparently
completely
being
lost.
stared at fixedly by by the wizard.
Okay.
He's using all of his wizardly willpower not to blink.
Okay.
What if the orb's in the statue?
Could
You
be.
do it quickly.
All right. Cool. All right. So we
Eyes
have
cannot withstand this infernal dryness.
we have the halfling on the other side. Is anyone else joining the halfling? That's all they need.
Yes, I will
You?
join.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so you guys are able to just work on the statue. You can just see the chips flying off of it. And within a few moments, you are able to have it destroyed. But as you are doing that, you've also garnished the attention of the kobolds that are no longer being held at bay by the phantasmal force. And these kobolds have garnished surprise on you. And the two that I needed to know that was on the other side would be Coffee and Nutmeg, and they're going to get attacks on you. There are 4
Go
kobolds.
brothers. Ah.
Yes.
Kill
they,
him before you die.
for what it's worth, they don't see your fraternity pen. They don't know that you speak kobold. It's just a surprise round, and the kobolds come around the corner, and there's 2 on each of you. The first 2 are going to attack Nutmeg. And the highest I'm going to roll on that is going to be an armor class of 8, which I believe misses Nutmeg. The other 2 kobolds are going to attack Coffee. I roll a 3 on one die and a 20 on the other, which I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. That's going to just be 2 points of. That's just going to be 2 points of damage.
Still alive.
Yes. AJ, you and I, let's roll for initiative. The statue that was following you is destroyed.
Yep. It's a 3.
I rolled a 3 as well. Simultaneous action.
All right.
Who wants to move?
I will move.
I'll get closer to the kobolds.
All right.
I will move.
Okay.
I love me some
4 on 4
dog
action.
action.
4 on 5.
Okay. Sounds good. And I'm going to imagine that this entire fight is taking place right here at this intersection between 71 and 40. So anyone that wants to be in melee can be in melee. Anyone that wants to step back can step back.
I'm already in melee. So
All right.
I think we're all basically in melee now.
Very
And
good.
X, baby.
Let's go with missile fire.
Not today.
No.
No.
Any magic spells or no magic spells? All right, melee. Let's roll.
I only got a 4 to hit. I miss.
Okay.
I don't hit diddly squat.
Armor
Miss.
class is 7 that you're trying to hit.
I hit a 7.
I hit easily.
All right. For those of you that hit, give me your damage, please.
5 points of damage.
All right.
6 plus 1.
Okay. 2 kobolds die.
8 plus 3.
And what was that? 8 plus 3.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's 3 kobolds dead. They get a
Oh.
swinging death. And all 4 of them are going to miss. There's 1 kobold left. And we will roll for initiative one more time. I see where this is going. He rolls a 1.
5.
He rolls a 1. Missile fire.
Look like it.
All right.
I got a
melee.
melee 17 to hit and 7 bludgeoning damage. 17, so it's armor class 2.
All
so
right.
that's 7 bludgeoning.
And the kobold goes
It's
down.
not.
It's like everybody hit it at once. There's 4 of them. You guys knocked down 3 the first turn. The second turn you get initiative, and like all of you are just like, and he goes down.
A tip for those of you who aren't aware of like group simultaneous initiative. Like all of us rolled our attacks, the attack and the damage dice at the same time, and all we had to do was just call out the numbers. Like whoever's the fastest is going to score the poof, the killing blow. There you go.
It's done.
Apparently, that's not faster. Those of you who think that's not faster,
That's pretty fast.
apparently it is.
Well, I mean, it's bad luck to roll your damage dice and your 2 hit dice at the same time, and you probably rolled on your character sheet, so that's doubly bad luck.
Super superstition there. Oh my god. Oh, pray to the dice gods.
Hey,
Oh.
I once had my dice blessed by Ed Greenwood's beard, so
Here we go
I
again.
went by
dipping in
illumination
holy water.
before, they were after.
Yeah. I stick my dice in the microwave, make sure they're all heated up so all the little atoms and so forth are know where they're supposed to roll properly. Oh my god.
Yeah, I did that with my metal dice. It didn't work out too well. What are we doing? I'm sorry.
We're checking for loose change on the
Okay.
kobolds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not gonna happen.
You don't find any loose change on the kobolds per se, but you do find one potion, and it's just labeled gas.
I'll take that.
You have gas.
Great. Is it hydrogen gas?
Unleash that will.
I have gas, but fortunately this is a Zoom call, so you can't be affected.
That's why you were muted before.
A bag full of fizzy sherbet lollies here.
Oh, nice one. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
All right,
anymore.
let's continue to the stairs. If there's nothing else other than you right there, Wally. I don't know how you tolerate us sometimes. I,
think
really
I've
don't.
lost all I want to say that I've lost all control, but have I?
All going to plan.
To the stairs.
Yes. All right.
Down.
Okay. Cool. That's the fastest we move. So, if you haven't noticed, I have kind of taken these maps from various sources online. And they're not going to be numbered appropriately, but they'll still give us a little bit of direction. So as you can see here, you're going to come down the stairs. Who's leading this group?
I've got a 10-foot pole. I could lead the way, and I can tap each stair on the way down.
Okay. Yeah.
Go
Tap,
for it.
tap, tap, tap. You find nothing as your taps echo
Scully-
through the corridor.
He's just priming the traps for the rest of us as we walk over them.
Classic snake trap.
That trait could be described as you find nothing.
And as you guys come into this room, which is going to be 49, you come around the corner, leaning by your tappity tap, and you see standing way taller and way above you an ogre with a club, and he's just tapping as well, his club into his hand as he watches you come around. This ogre is a guard guarding this door, and that is going to send us into initiative again.
Oh, okay.
Hey, folks, I found out why we aren't supposed to go down the stairs.
Maybe we should like rest between levels. I don't know.
Speed run.
Because at the moment I'm a really shitty rogue. There's
You're
a
a
5
magic
on
user.
initiative. Yeah, I'm a magic user with no spells. I'm a shitty rogue.
I rolled a 5 as well.
Okay.
Cool. I will say that everyone is in range, so let's go missile fire.
I'm gonna throw my dagger.
Okay.
Oh no, really? Is it another one?
No, it's a no, but it's still a miss.
All right.
I
What
rolled a
a
3.
coffee you missed as well?
Yeah.
Let's go to magic. Any magic?
Well, I hit armor class 10 if that counts.
Okay. So for those of you that would like to move up into melee, now's your chance.
Yes.
All right, moving up on the melee.
All right, let's roll it. Armor class 5 on the ogre.
Oh, I rolled a 14, which is armor class 5.
There you
So
go.
I
Nice.
do 4 bludgeoning.
4 from
13 is arm class 4.
Ooh, there we go. 2 hits.
-3 armor class, and I got
10 points of damage.
Holy shit! 10 points of damage.
Plus 1 is 7
3,
points of
give me an
damage.
18.
What's that?
Oh, 7 points of damage. 6
All
plus
right,
1.
7 from Twosome, 4 from Nutmeg, and 10. Oh, you picked the dude with the big weapon. How much did you do?
7 plus 3, 10.
Alrighty. Believe it or not, that's going to finish the ogre off, but he does get one swing because we rolled simultaneous action. So I'm going to roll a 6-sided die, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. That is going to be Bytor. And he gets yes.
That's right. He's just waiting for you.
Oh, okay. And that swing is going to be a miss. So you guys are able to take down this ogre with no problem whatsoever.
Shield that
Okay.
shit. Dive slow, bitch.
All right.
And then I squat.
We would like to loot his body.
All right. Of course you would. So this is a guard room. The ogre is going to, unfortunately, not have anything on him.
Is there anything in the room?
Yes. So now I can read the description of the room to you. This small chamber bears a stone bench along the far wall. A single door exits the chamber, while a passageway leads to the stairs going up, which is where you came from. So there is a door, and the ogre has no belongings, no next of kin to notify.
Okay, good.
Is his kidneys in decent shape?
He's going to cut his kidneys out. Oh, nice.
I will open the door.
Vibe out of this place.
Okay. So opening the door, you see a corridor that's going to travel east. And I'm just going to pull this over to the side for you. So you can see that if you're to continue going east, there's a couple passageways that go north, and there's a couple doors that go south.
Long passageway.
So
All right.
any sounds that are echoing through? There's a lot of stuff going on here. There's like any kind of echoey sounds from down the corridor that might give us an idea of any kind of activity that's happening further in.
You don't hear any at this point. Actually, yes, you do. Coming from the northern passages, you hear laughter. Deep laughter.
Yeah, he knows we're coming. He knows we're coming. Of course he does. The pastry man always knows you're coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My character will suggest maybe we should rest for a while before going further.
Oh, so you're suggesting we go back out and take out a little recoup and then come back all the way back in again?
No, we lock the door here, and we've got the ogre's guard room with a.
And hope they don't
Something.
change shifts.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We need to take up that giggler before we do that, because that's a variable that could decide it's, been a while since anyone's done anything. They should roll around and screw with their rest.
You would probably be able to ascertain that wasn't just one giggler, but that was one making a joke, and probably at least a couple of other ones laughing along.
Yeah, it's probably Ogre Seinfeld's on.
Oh yeah.
probably Knowles.
Well, why don't we just sneak around? Because we could go to the north, right? There's open area down that passage.
Yeah, we have a halfling. They're naturally stealthy.
Coffee?
Yeah, send the halfling forward. Go hobbit that shit.
And they
We'll
taste
have
like
that shit.
bacon.
Well, we know that, so that the laughter is coming from that open.
Yeah, it's
Passageway
51 on
on
your
our
map.
left?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want me to go try to see who's laughing, or do you want me to maybe go to 50, or do you want to go upstairs and take a nap?
Oh my god. We're going to 51. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
You guys are going?
Let's go. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to 51.
All right. Are you going to try to peek around the corner, or are you trying to be quiet, or are all of you just gonna?
No.
I'll run recon. I'll run
Okay.
recon for once.
Yeah, let's be quiet at first.
Okay. Coffee. I'm going to give this to you. You're going to look around the corner there. And pardon me for a minute there. My numbers are different than what's on the map, which is fine. You're going to see this gigantic table in the middle of the room with huge tree stumps around it, like they're positioned like chairs. There's going to be there is a large carcass on top of this table. You would probably assume, yeah, bacon. It is a large boar. Tons of flies just buzzing around it. So looks like it's been sitting there for quite a while. Pulling off of the ribs and the meat of that are 3 ogres.
Hmm.
And they, if anybody speaks ogre, I'll give you some information. But otherwise, it just looks like they're bullshitting and having a lot of fun.
I look back to my companions and I go, and
Well,
sneak back.
Yeah.
I don't speak ogre.
Let's go back to the other room and close the door behind us quietly and figure out what we want to do.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to go back to 49 as is indicated on the map, and speak freely. As long as nobody comes down the stairs, you guys are good to go.
So we've still got that. We've got that potion of mustard gas, right? That we found.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming it's mustard gas. Then why would you have gas in another bottle?
It just says gas on it.
Well, Grant.
Wait a minute. We have Eclair, you're a magic user. Let's roll an intelligence check if you would. So roll a 20-sided die and just roll your intelligence or lower.
18.
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is 14, so I get a +1. I rolled a 17 on the die.
Yeah.
No,
so,
it's
yeah.
going to roll equal to or less
Okay.
than your intelligence score.
Yeah.
This
So
game actually uses the score.
yeah. So you have to
Want
go
me roll-
underneath.
You want me to roll under my intelligence?
Yeah. So you would have to
Equal to
roll
or
under,
less.
but that's
If you
okay.
would have known that, he would have rolled low.
Yeah. You had to roll.
Hello, hi.
You would probably recognize this as some type of a potion, but you're not sure what kind.
I don't know if you're supposed to drink it, throw it, rub it on your nipples.
It's a little thin to be on the nipples. Usually that's more of an oil,
unguent.
an ointment. Yeah,
A salve.
a salve. All acceptable words, of course.
Do we want to just sneak past him?
Well, look, my suggestion is
Everybody else says,
Well,
Yeah.
if we're going to do that, I think we need to get completely out of this location. I do not want to actually take a rest inside the castle. It seems like
I
a
mean,
very
those
silly
10
thing.
kobolds seem kind of cool with our halfling. Maybe we can chill with those dudes.
You want to hang out with the kobolds?
They seemed pretty cool with us that we had their pen with them. They even told us to come down here and be careful.
Yeah, but now we're dealing with ogres. They have more hit points and hurt more.
Right.
And they eat you.
That's why we need rest. But I mean, if we withdraw completely,
Okay.
They're posting guards, which means they're going to come out and try to figure out what happened to the guard we had.
yeah, okay, that's a good reason to bail.
We don't have any alcohol with us. So are we really going to go and hang out with the kobolds? Is this really a thing?
We could rule them like gods, angry gods.
Why don't we ask the kobolds where all the alcohol is and then give it to the ogres?
I like this plan.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Yeah.
It's going to be
Let's
like
go
God
ask them if
trying to
they
get out
know
of the
what all the
giant
alcohol
truck.
is.
It's not gonna
Where's
be
the
enough
wine
alcohol
cellar?
if we're drunk.
Sorry,
Or they
Wally.
might
Sorry,
know
Wally. This
might
should
know
be
a good
easier
place to rest.
to
No,
run.
I
than
love
is.
it. I love it. I'm laughing because of the enjoyment that I'm about ready to have.
Or we can go up to the second floor, kill all the kobolds, take all their stuff, and then I don't know, make some like hand puppets of kobolds so that the ogres think they're haunted.
Oh my gosh, these plans are getting more and more elaborate.
Let's go upstairs and take a nap, and then he can make ghost kobold puppets. Just
Yeah,
by
I
magic.
just need about 30 dead kobolds.
Okay, so we're going upstairs, as in right up to the top, right?
Sure.
Cool.
Sure. We know
Let's
it's
do
like
that.
three. It's 3 rooms between. It's 3 rooms on the second floor to get to the first floor.
Yeah, and the first floor is is
Clear.
ours. We've cleaned it out, ready for the garage sale. So let's do that. Let's don't
Okay.
take the rest.
Are you taking a rest like out, or are you going to your kobold friends?
Out completely.
Okay.
Out completely. Out completely. and away from the
Sunshine,
castle.
jelly beans, and rainbows. Get the fuck out of here before we rest our heads.
Kobolds are food, not friends.
Friendly.
Ironically enough, no wandering monsters. So you guys are able to, now that you're kind of more familiar with the place, the first floor has been pretty much cleaned out. You're able to go up to the first floor and skedaddle out, and you can see the sun is finally starting to settle down. There's this large box out there, just like, oh, welcome back, everyone.
Wait. We could get some bags and try to weaponize the yellow mold.
Oh, I'm not playing with the yellow mold. I've already done that. I already played with yellow mold. Thank you very much.
Toss the yellow
You can
mold
do that.
to the ogres.
And-
You can do that. Your
And
idea.
I will say that everybody gets a long rest. So the way that this works in basic D&D is you all get 1 hit point back, plus your Constitution modifier.
Okay.
And more importantly, spells.
And spells.
Oh, really? I got a spell. Oh, awesome.
I got an Elven spell book, Wally.
You do. I'm so glad that you brought that up.
You speak Elvish?
I'm familiar with the knife-eared tongue. I am a magic user after all. I can't speak it fluently, but I read the glyphs.
It's written in magic.
I got a friend who can read it for me. Back in town.
Here,
Let's
take this rock.
By friend, I mean I pay them.
The spell
Hang out with me.
was in 54.
In public. No touching.
I've got
Just a second. Oh, room 45. That was.
Oh, thanks.
The spells are read magic, magic missile, and sleep.
Sleep and read magic. I don't have those. Cool.
Yes, Fred Huber is right. Everything is back. The entire dungeon's repopulated.
Right.
We're just grinding. That's the whole
It is.
the
It's
idea.
just
We're just,
yes.
just leveling up.
Hit refresh.
So you guys wake up to a bright sunny day. You're sitting out there with some treasure hoards, but still have this drive to go find and kill Bargle, if he even exists. Or do you?
Yeah, I got sleep spell now, so he's screwed.
Okay.
Blood ogres. Let's go.
All right.
I'm gonna try it out.
And with that, if you want me to fast forward you to the
Right.
third floor.
You're muted.
That is, if that is
I
possible.
didn't say
yeah.
anything that's useful anyway. So we're gonna go back in and carefully to see it, just in case they've left some surprises, as we venture back in. How's that?
Mhm.
Yep. So we'll be careful, heading back the way we came.
We need like a bard from back in town, like, oh yeah, we've cleared out the dungeon now. You can come through and sing songs of our exploits and do a lyrical reenactment, and just like don't tell them that we haven't cleared the last floor. It's right down there.
There you go.
If you hear singing, that's our friends.
Okay.
Okay.
I will put you guys at the stairs once again to go down to the third level. Is that something that you would like to do?
Yeah, is the ogre still dead?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or do they move it away?
Who's leading this bunch?
I will.
All right.
Who's got the pole? Who's got the longest pole?
That's right.
As you come down the
Still long and
stairs,
Very strong.
as you come down the stairs, the ogre has been replaced with another guard.
Another ogre.
Another ogre. He looks.
Oh, we
pissed.
sure got his name badge so we could like try to pass off as employees.
He does not look happy. And with that, AJ, you and I are going to roll for initiative once again.
Right.
Here we go.
to 1.
Oh, unfortunately, I have the ogre has the initiative this time. Who was leading?
Gets dropped on us somehow.
Was that
I am
Bytor?
leading. Good to see you dissociating yourself from the circumstances. I am in the
Thank
lead.
you.
Go ahead and whack me. AC2.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a miss. The ogre just comes down. You can see that this ogre has tears in his eyes. It looks like that he was pretty close to the ogre that is laying off in the corner with a burlap sack pulled over him. You killed friend. And slams down his club next to you. You can feel the ground rumble a bit, but he definitely misses. That's going to bring us to our missile fire people. Who would like to shoot at this guy?
Quick, everybody!
Love to
Strike
shoot
to
this
subdue,
guy.
so he has to live with his failure and the knowledge that his friend died on his watch.
Fly to the bait ass cheeks.
I hit an AC of 1.
AC of 1 is going to hit. Roll me some damage.
5.
All right. Takes it.
Make him live with his failure.
Any magic?
No.
No
Not
magic.
yet.
All right. Melee. I think that's everybody.
My mace,
Yeah.
I got a 15 to hit, which is armor class 4. Is it?
Our
And-
armor class on the ogres is a 5, I believe.
All right, I hit armor class 3.
All right.
So
Hits it?
seven bludgeoning.
7 from. Okay.
2 piercing for my dagger.
Okay.
I go in
5
for
from
a big
the
one,
axe.
but completely rejected.
5 from Twosome, and then the last one misses.
Yeah. I wanted
All right.
to plug him, but he wasn't.
Let's roll for initiative again.
5.
All right. You guys have it. So missile fire, please. On the missile fire?
That is going to hit 3 points of damage.
And that is all that this ogre had left. So you put an arrow right through the
I
heart.
just rolled it.
He goes flying back, hits the wall, slumps down, puts his hand out over to his friend, and he passes away.
Joins him in Ogre
Okay.
Hill.
Just make
See,
it
that's
over
why you
five.
don't roll
Let's roll another one
your
in.
dice beforehand, because I got a critical and now it's never going to land.
Well,
That's
you
the-
know,
that is the greatest loss here.
That's okay. I rolled a
Just
3.
floating through the ethereal plane.
All right.
Let's drag another ogre in here. and
Okay.
do it again.
Okay,
Search
so-
the ogre and put them in compromising positions for the
Yeah,
others.
yeah,
to
yeah,
find.
yeah, yeah.
can we drag the let's loot the body for sure, but can we drag the ogre bodies, both of them, out of the castle and put them somewhere in the bushes away from the castle so that it's not really obvious that somebody's come along and killed them? Maybe it just wandered off and they just don't know why. Do you know what I mean?
Pretty
Yeah, I don't
sure
like
people
that.
will
I know
be able to
that's
track
right.
us back through the mile-long blood smear that we've been leaving behind.
You know how heavy these ogres are?
Yeah,
There's 5 of us.
Plus, they've never bathed in their entire lives.
they do stink.
Huh.
They do stink.
Oh, okay. All right. We loot the bodies. Is
Okay.
there anything?
This guard has a couple
Can you
of
tell us
bones
about it?
from the hog that it was eating the night before, but no treasures.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? Are we going in and what are we doing with the other ogres? They're still going to be in that place with
We'll
the.
just pick them off one by one.
Yeah,
Come
just
back day
aggro
by
them
day.
one by one. Don't create a train. Dragging them in here, kill them alone. Grab another one, drag them in here, kill them alone. Fill the pile.
Well, I mean, how are we going to drag them in? You can't. we
Eventually,
can't-
there'll just be an ogre
Right.
baby standing
So
there, sitting
you
there.
just aggro one of them and then just creep back without aggroing the rest of the team. You don't want the train and turn invisible when you need to.
Yeah.
We can't even drag one and it's dead. How can we drag one that's
I've got
alive?
a 10-foot stick, so I can lean out of the door and start tapping on it. to see if
Splinter
any
Cell
of them
them.
take the bait. Because it's like 4 ogres are going to go, what's that tapping sound? Oh, we all need to go investigate that. No, they're going to send one idiot out, the curious one, the one that's going to open the door and get stabbed a dozen times. So
Is
So
that-
what we need to do is start stacking them in position and just
It's
let
like
keep
crack the
adding to
door.
the scene.
put the stick out and tap, 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 tap.
We'll turn this into what was that movie, Happy Birthday to Me, where she goes in and all of the dead friends are gathered around. We'll go get some chairs.
They
from
come in and
upstairs.
we're wearing helmets made of the bones of their dead
Yes.
friends.
Yes.
This
Skull-
is not
yes,
helping.
ogre
This
skull
is
caps.
not helping. Are we literally tapping the door and knocking on the door, expecting the ogres are the only things
No.
that come?
No,
Then
no, no,
what
no.
are we
I'm
suggesting?
taking the pole 10 out of the door. I'm cracking the door, pushing the pole 10 feet out, and tapping on the concrete, which isn't too far away from their boar meal is at. So if they're still feasting on boar, if I'm aggressive with the tapping, the curious one will get off his ass eventually and check it out, and that's when we stab a bitch.
Ogre Purge level year 1.
Okay.
Kind of
all
like
right.
when you use the
Fine.
what was it, the mage hand to just keep ringing the doorbell over and over again because it's invisible.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Exactly. It
So
totally
we're doing
works
this.
every time, 60% of the time.
All right. So let's if we're gonna do this, which just sounds like a terrible plan,
But it's a plan.
Let's just
is
do
a
it.
plan.
and then we'll
It is a plan.
hide
It's a
in
bad
the
idea,
room,
doesn't it?
waiting for it to come through, and then smack whatever comes through the doorway. Are we happy?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right.
That.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm
That's
ecstatic.
what we're doing, Wally.
Okay.
Just because it's a bad idea doesn't mean it's not going to be a good time.
All right. What did we? I don't know. I wasn't even paying attention.
How
like
could you
thinking-
possibly?
That's
He's
like
opening
thinking
the
all the
door,
shit I gotta do.
tapping the stones outside the door
I
to
can do
get
this
the attention of the
all
ogres.
day.
And
Okay.
then we're going to be in the room on the sides waiting for it to come through,
Okay.
and we're going to spring on and do an ambush attack,
Okay.
something like that.
You tap, you
Engage.
tap, you 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 tap, and nothing happens.
I'm gonna sneak through with my my gas potion.
Are you gonna drink it?
Is it a drinkable potion or is
It
it
is.
just like a throw?
It's drinkable. It's.
This might be a potion of gaseous form.
Or mustard gas. We'll
Yes,
watch
it's
if he turned it. If he
Just turns me into gas, and
Could
I
be
get
cobalt
inhaled. I get
farts,
inhaled
mate.
to death. Yeah, so I'm gonna drink the potion
All right.
and see what happens.
So you drink the
Hey, that's
potion, and you just feel like your body starts to,
I will become unseen.
and then you turn into a gaseous cloud.
that's an idea. We could have a potion of mustard gaseous form.
That's what I was thinking too.
So, using my gaseous form, I will drift into the corridor and ascertain the location of all of the bad guys.
Okay. I will say that you are at this juncture,
Mm,
Get jumped.
or actually, we'll back up a little.
no. No, you can't actually be separated.
You're right here. And what is everybody else doing while gaseous Eclair is drifting the hallway?
Oh,
Tapping the ground, making fart sounds.
oh, jeez. Waiting to do the spring the ambush thing. I don't know what's going on.
Trying to figure out how to bring World War One to these ogres.
All right, Eclair, you are right here. Where do you wish to continue up, north to where they were having their feast, or go through a keyhole, one of these doors?
I'll go. Oh yeah, I'll go through the keyhole of door 50.
Okay.
Door 50.
All right. It takes you a while getting used to this, but you're able to drift through. And as you drift through into 50, you see 3 ogres in here. 2 of them are asleep on the bed, and it looks like one drew the shortest straw. So it is lying on the floor.
Okay.
Would have been hear my tapping. Makes sense now.
So cool. I'm gonna leave there and then go on to 52.
Okay. Is everybody else like Scooby doing it, like looking out down the corridor?
No, I'm just waiting,
no.
waiting
Yeah,
for
we're
the
waiting.
ogres to come through.
We're watching and praying.
All right. Let's see here. Room 52. That's gonna be a bit different on the map. It'll be 76. Yeah, you're able to drift through into this room. And you're going to see a bunch of large crates, sacks, and barrels stacked in this room. Yeah, and then there's a wooden door.
If the ogres have been using that as a privy, it's going to be pretty obvious, I'd imagine.
You don't smell anything.
You wouldn't. It'll just knock you out your sense of smell immediately. Just be like a burning sensation. Ooh. Weaponized odor.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's good for a loot, but yeah, I can't touch anything while I'm gaseous.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'll just go further up the corridor to see what's up at the far intersection.
Okay. So continuing down the corridor, up north.
Down the corridor.
Okay. Down the corridor, which will take us to 53. This is some good scouting. That's going to be 77 on my map. You're going to float into this room, and you're going to see a tapestry encompassing most of the eastern wall. And there's it's like a foot off of the ground, and behind the tapestry you would see like the feet of a crystal statue.
What if it hasn't worked?
Tapestry.
Behind the tapestry, in front of the door,
Mm-hmm.
there's a crystal statue.
Yeah.
And the last crystal,
yep.
the last crystal statue was the one that moved around
Yeah.
when we weren't looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Some good scouting.
Yeah. Typical potion duration for BECMI an hour normally? I don't know, but that's a good suggestion, Richard.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with an hour. Okay. Well, I'll go back and just check how many ogres are in the pig room.
There are 0.
0. We've killed them all. Oh, they're just sleeping. Okay. So there's a couple sleeping in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back and report and return to normal form.
All right. So you come out of your gaseous form.
Okay. So there's a door down there, and there's a couple of ogres inside there. There's none in the eating room. There's a storage room after that, and then the far right down the end of this corridor here is another sort of big open room. There's a big tapestry, and there's another one of scary crystal statues right behind the statue, right behind the tapestry in front of a door.
Wonder
Let's
if
go
there's
there.
oil among the
Let's
supply.
sneak down there.
What about the ogres? Do we want
We're
to
gonna
like
kill them all.
barricade the
Ogres are
door?
asleep. If there's oil, we could take the tapestry down, soak it in oil, throw it in the room on fire, and then bar the door shut so they get smoked out and suffocate.
What if the statue starts following us?
We'll just have to keep an eye on it.
Break it up like the last one.
Well, that made a lot of noise.
Well, if the ogres are dead, it won't matter. So we'll make that a secondary issue.
I also feel like setting 3 ogres on fire is going to make a lot of noise too. So
Also, that's bad, right? That's
Where-
bad behavior.
We've traveled everywhere around here. The only place forward is going to be through the statue, and that's like 2 doors away. So there should be enough muffling of the ogres screaming to death through 2 doorways that are closed that no one is going to care, but they will be dead.
Phil, that's so sick. I'm voting for yes. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's go soak. Yeah, I've got some oil. Let's go soak the tapestries and we'll toss them into lay them.
Okay.
Actually, we might even be able to lay them over the oats and then
We just roll them into the room. Door behind
Hey,
us.
do we have any of that fire beetle oil?
I
No.
don't think we collected any of that. 'cause
No.
it was-
Oh
it
my
wasn't-
god!
it
It's
The
more of a-
statue does move.
And it's more of a sticky oil anyway.
That is
Yeah, but
all
the
of my
booster
oil
rate-
gone, by the way. I have no more
That's what's-
flasks of oil.
I'll donate a flask of oil, and I'm going to take out my iron spikes and my small hammer
God will keep them in there.
as I support this plan.
Okay. All right. So I've got how many tapestries? Because I've got some oil flasks.
It's
We've got
like
3
this,
oil flasks.
this massive tapestry that goes along the eastern wall, and it has an image of Bargle, like standing over Castle Mistamere. Like Castle Mistamere is like this like Lego building that he built, and he's like standing over and going, "Ha, ha, ha." That's
So
what
it's
looks like.
one
Who the
big
hell did he
tapestry.
fund to make a tapestry of this? What a just.
Doesn't matter.
We gotta-
We'll cut it
we
into 3
have to burn
pieces.
it.
Let's cut it in 3 pieces, and we'll take it down there. Soak
If
for the
Coffee
oil.
were to look at it, in the bottom corner it says donated by the Alpha Omega Kobold fraternity. So
I cut off
Why
that
are
part
they
and put it in my
thugs in
pocket.
a hallway if they've got such mad tapestry skills? They are misallocating their career potential.
yes.
Too many fingers on this tapestry picture. I think it's AI.
Okay. All right. Here we go. We'll slice. Get somebody
Okay.
who's got a
Who-
knife
who's-
or something can cut it into 3 pieces, and then
yeah.
we'll soak it, and then open the door real quietly. Lay the tapestries over the top of the ogres, and then light it, and then close the door, and then spike it closed.
Okay.
And hope they don't have like a sand bucket specifically for fires.
Who's cutting down the tapestry or tapestry?
I will.
Okay.
I've got a sword.
Sweet.
And I'm
Yeah, so you're able to cut it just fine. And with that, coming through the tapestry, the crystal statue, unlike its predecessor that you encountered earlier, this one is alive. It does not look like Bargle. It looks like just your normal run-of-the-mill wizard, if you will.
Well, it's Bargle. Can you really tell if it's him or not?
That's true. And it cries out to you, "Who dares invade my fortress?" And it's going to attack you.
Bargle dares to invade your fortress.
I'm busy working. I have no time to talk to Whiffraff.
5.
I rolled a 6 on this one.
I prepare to die.
Let's see here. They do get 2 attacks. That first one is a 2, so that's definitely going to miss. The second one is a 15, which on my chart is going to be an armor class of 2.
That is enough to hit me,
All
and I
right.
bid you as well.
That'll be 2 points of damage.
No, whatever. I keep cutting.
All right. If you're still alive, that'll bring us to you guys. Missile fire, please.
No.
And if no missile fire, any type of magic.
You doing something?
No, not yet.
All right.
Melee.
Moving up, smacking, mace.
All right. Roll it.
Miss.
Okay.
Woohoo! She's
Oh my
looking
god. 8 points of damage.
All
I
right.
got an armor class 0. I assume that's gonna hit.
That's going to hit. Yep. Good damage.
19 to hit, armor class 0, and that is 5 bludgeoning.
All right.
Woohoo! Battle buddies. Snap.
Yeah.
Anyone
done.
else hit? Okay. AJ, initiative.
4.
All right. I rolled a 5. 1, 2, 3. So going through our melee, that is going to be a 1. Bytor is going to attack you again.
Defense.
That is 2 attacks. The first one is a 9, which is going to be a miss. The second one is a 15, which is going to be armor class 2. That's going to be 3 points of damage from the crystal statue.
Oh, battle buddy, heal me. I got 7 out of 16. I can take another few of these.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
All right. Missile fire for you guys.
Fire the missiles.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hit a 3.
That's going
the AC?
to hit. Armor class is 4 on these guys.
3 points of damage.
Okay. You watch as your arrow just goes through and pierces. This statue is going to shatter and crumble to the ground.
Hey,
Well done.
hit the soft spot. That was a good one.
Yes. And with that, my friends, we are past the 9 o'clock mark.
Ooh.
Is this a good
Yes, we
place to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
If the
Yeah,
game
man.
says so, then we have no choice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So with that, I will say that there is just one cliffhanger about what to have, and that is the creaking sound of a door that is opening.
Was that behind this where the statue just came from?
No, it's from behind you.
There's an ogre coming out of the bathroom
That'll
looking for
be,
toilet
be
paper.
fucking ogres. Yeah.
Yeah, so as Fred Huber says, Bargle lives another day. So we only have 12 more levels down to go before we get to him. So.
Perfect.
But yeah, that'll do it for us. Yeah, so the ogres are coming out of the bathroom. You guys have just finished up combat with the crystal statue, and thank you very much, everyone, for playing. Nobody died tonight, except for
When suddenly, Elf has suffered a fatal heart attack.
Oh, jeez. Can you imagine a game mechanic where your character could have a heart attack? Seriously.
We're playing Hackmaster. The one guy rolled a 3 naturally for a stat and put it in a Constitution. We call him Stumpy McLunger. Every time he gained a level, he lost hit points.
I should have it so every game, like one of my characters has to die. So I got a Sean Bean it. If one of them lives, he's just got to die from he offended somebody.
There's always Silent Hill Sean Bean, where he somehow manages to live through a movie that canonically he dies in.
I think he's got it in his contract now. He's not going to die anymore.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fair enough. You died enough, Sean. You've died enough.
Legend.
Oh, if you ever get a chance to look at one of the behind the scenes for Civ 6, where he narrated the game, they kill him off in the trailer.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Very good.
The meme.
He's talking about how it's great to work on it and all the stuff he did, and all of a sudden the sandbag falls off the rafter and hits him in the head.
Before we get out of here, let's do a quick game that AJ brought up last time, which I kind of liked. Is everybody just on your going out, tell them about a video on your channel that they should go watch. Let's start with you, Mr. Welch.
Let me see. My last video was Deboids. I'm trying to cover all the monsters of Mystara, and since I don't have the Krugel orcs now, I covered all the avian creatures and actually falconry in the known world.
Nice. Phil, what about you?
Let's see. The last video that I did was me doing Eberron cartography. So go check out one of my 1,000+ art streams. Hang out, have fun.
Very good. What about you, Ryan?
I've been experimenting with some more like long form stuff, having awesome conversations with awesome dungeon masters. So if you got a little bit of time or a commute, it's also kind of a podcast. I reinvented podcasts.
Nice.
And yeah, it's a good time. A lot of cool people on there.
Very good.
Don't you have a new book?
I have a new book. We use the second half of those videos. We use the book to create a character and then to world build around that character. It's a good time. If you're interested in shorter stuff, my latest video is basically the description of the book that just hit drive-through RPG. So yeah, check it out and buy stuff so I can keep making stuff.
What's the book called?
Yeah, because it's a secret.
It's a secret.
Yeah,
The
it's a
Game
secret.
Master's
Don't
Compendium
tell.
of Explosive Creation. Yeah, you can find me at r.doyle all over the place. But the Game Master's Compendium of Explosive Creation is now available to everybody.
Game Masters.
Use it.
Game Masters
Compendium.
Compendium of Explosive
Creation. So you throw a fistful of dice and you get a much more interesting character. And
Nice.
then the DM side has enemies and locations and a lot of like factions and NPCs just to make world building that the player actually ends up giving a shit about quickly. And everything connects up real nice, and it turns it into a game, so it's fun. If you do or you don't enjoy prep, it's for you.
I love it.
Or your players refuse to make a decision and you need to do something else, you can also whip it out at the table.
Poor dog. AJ.
My last video was on the mighty Oceanus dragon and the sage going on a tour of Oceanus with some Eladrin, who we met, an Eladrin species that lives in Osa, which is an endless ocean up in the Happy Hunting Grounds sort of area, and our Vandor. And also there's another Fae species which lives in the lair of the great Oceanus dragon that happens to be around the Beastlands. So it's mainly sort of a video about that ancient dragon. Plus I throw in some stats and stuff for patrons.
There you go. And
next video is also going to be it might be on giant scorpions or the island of Rotham or possibly more oceanic creatures. I don't know yet.
You could do the giant scorpions on the island, Borthus.
True.
I like that idea. I like it. Fred.
The last one, making, designing, creating magic towers. I don't know if people are going to be that interested. It's pretty short.
I'm
because-
keenly interested in building magic towers.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I take my topics and I chop them up into tiny little pieces, so I can drag it out for as long as I can. But you know, if that's not your thing and you're into BECMI Basic, a video that probably piss you off is the Fairy Race video that I did a long time ago. I highly recommend that. That'll be the one video that you'll just despise.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend watching that if you're.
Well, I did a video on Kendo once. Also, an infamous over 20-minute video on flail snails. A lot more to know about flail snails than you'd imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. And for myself, just go watch my most recent puzzle video. That's always helpful, no matter when you're watching it. Yep. Hopefully, get my book releasing soon. And yeah, that was an awesome and very, very strange night. So I want to thank all. Thanks to all my players for playing here. This is some BECMI Basic D&D Castle Mistamere Levels 2 and then 3 and then back up to 2 and then back outside and then back down to 3. Few ogres, and there you have it. So thank you very much for watching, and I guess we'll see everyone in the next live stream. So on to the next.
Buy a con queso, everybody.